Hi guys, in today's video we are going to talk about how to sell insurance from home. I understand this year has been a difficult period for many of us, and this is why I want to spend time sharing with you my insurance sales strategies working from home. Recently, I've been receiving many messages from the family asking me questions like, Dr. Sanjay, can you teach me how to sell insurance while I'm stuck at home? My country just entered into a lockdown and I do not know how to get more prospects to meet. I'm a new advisor and I don't know how to talk to my friends. If I just call them suddenly, it sounds very pushy and I don't know how to raise up the topic of selling insurance to them. And in today's video, we are going to dive deep to answer your questions by covering the topic on how do I sell insurance from home. Now, before we move on, I just want to give you a quick introduction of myself. My name is Dr. Sanjay Tolani and I'm also the family leader of Sanjay Mentoring Family, which helps financial advisors like yourself to become successful financial planners. Having been in the industry for 19 years, I have a unique view of what works and what doesn't in the financial planning world. And it is my hope that I can pass this experience to new generation of future financial advisors so that they don't have to go through the same struggles as I have. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon for notifications to get the latest video updates so I can share more tips and strategies with you to increase your overall sales. If you were to ask me 12 months ago how to sell insurance from home or online, my reply probably would be, I don't know. I've literally thought it was impossible for me to sell insurance sitting at home, because all my sales were done offline by meeting clients face to face. But here's the truth. I've been stuck at home for the last 12 months, and I understand many of you guys are probably facing the same issue. Clients are less willing to meet up physically. Traditional methods of networking events suddenly just seem impossible. Basically, our whole business and sales process has changed dramatically. Like many of you, I was faced to make changes to my business. Did I do better last year? Definitely yes. I moved from 100 MDRT to more than 200 MDRT in 2020. But of course, that's not by chance. It's by me making a consistent effort to adapt to the changes and move forward. And in this video, I've compiled some of my learnings of working from home. And I truly hope that this video can benefit you watching it. And if you're still stuck at home, I hope it gives you some idea on what you can execute in the next 30 days. Here are 3 learning points we will discuss in today's video. Learning point 1, being online versus selling online. Learning point 2, people still need insurance in 2021. Learning point 3, 3 sales ideas from home. Firstly, let us discuss the first learning point, being online versus selling online. Does this sound familiar? You wake up one fine day in the morning realizing that you can no longer meet your clients offline. Your traditional networking and face-to-face appointments suddenly doesn't work anymore. Well, this happened to me last year, and to be honest, for a moment I was lost. But it didn't take me long to realize that offline sales and online sales are actually the same. In my opinion, advisors need to understand that insurance can be sold by you being online. I understand during this period of time, there are many advisors asking me, should I do Facebook ads to sell insurance online? Should I become an online influencer? To answer all of your queries, I want you to watch this video I've recorded.
Online marketing, spending money on online advertisements is not a necessity, it's an option. A lot of mentees have asked me this question, and I needed to be very clear about it. Guys, spending money on online advertisements and doing online marketing or social media marketing is not necessary, it is an option. Actually, let me tell you the truth. Almost all the top advisors in the world don't even run any ads. Think about it. Almost all the top advisors in the world don't even run ads. And I'm being very, very candid about it, including me. I don't get any clients out of my social media profile. Think about it. I'm probably one of the most visible financial advisors that's out there. But I can already tell you, I don't get any clients through this. Yes, I do get a lot of financial advisors follow me, but no clients. None of my clients follow me. And I'm being very transparent to you about it. Right? Think about this. There's a big difference between being online and selling online. All right? I think we've got this confused. A lot of people are asking me this question, Sanjay, what should I do online? So there's a big difference between being online and selling online. You meeting your clients on Zoom is not the same as becoming an insurance influencer. Please understand that. You using technology to do your business is very different than you becoming a social influencer. Don't confuse the two things. They're two very different things, right? I am online. So I'm online with my clients using my phone, using WhatsApp, using WeChat, using Line, using all these different technologies to stay in touch with my clients. But it's not about me becoming an influencer. I'm not spending time becoming an influencer. Please understand that. And that's exactly the same thing you need to understand. There's a big gap between being an influencer or being online and selling online. We're not selling a product. You see, we're selling a service. Social influencers focus on selling a product usually. You're selling a service. Think about it. You're not selling one product and leaving. You're a financial advisor. As a financial advisor, the promise that you're giving to your client is probably the same promise you'll give to your spouse. Till death do us part. One of us has to die. So I want you to think about this. Number 2, can you imagine you are a doctor that doesn't even know how to use your own surgical knife, right? So you're a surgeon and you don't even know how to use your own knife to do the surgery. Think about it. Before you start spending time on learning new things like social media branding, etc., you should be focusing on making sure your foundations are strong. If your foundation is weak, you could do the best social media branding, but you will be caught out. Remember, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. This business is not a 1-year business. You're going to stay in this business for the next 15 to 20 years. It's not trying to achieve all your dreams in 1 year. No. It's about getting the right strategy in place that allows consistency and sustainability over a long period of time. Put the right foundation in place. Don't try to learn so many different things that have nothing to do with your business. Spend time to learn your products. Spend time to learn the sales process. Spend time to understand your business. Provide the best advice you can to your clients. Because if you don't give good advice, right, you will lose clients. And that's the most important thing. Is spending time on giving the best advice to the best of your ability. I had shared this chart, or I had shared this graph, which is the friend and trust graph, right? And the reason why I shared this is, you have to understand, a friend works with you. So a lot of advisors have asked me this question, Sanjay, how do I make sure that my friends work with me, right? And one of the things that I realized is, a friend works with you because of 2 reasons. They either work with you because you have the best ability, or they work with you if they've got a very strong relationship, emotional relationship with you, right? So a lot of people talk about, why do people work with me? Now, can you imagine this? You don't have a good relationship and they don't trust your ability. They wouldn't work with you. That's the worst place to be, where you don't have the ability and you don't even have the relationship. Think about it. The best position you want to be is having a strong emotional relationship with your client and having the best ability. That's the best position for you to be in. It's okay to be on either one of the spectrum. But the worst is, imagine you don't even have the ability, right? So your abilities are not there. Your foundation is missing. And you don't have relationships with them. So you know a lot of people, but you don't know how to connect with them. That's the worst place to be. That's your danger point. As your ability grows, your relationships should grow. And the best place to be is your product offering, your credentials, your skill set. That's what decides your ability. But your trust, your character, and whether people like you or not, that affects the emotional connect that a client has with you. So think about this. 6 factors that you need to focus on. Focusing on getting your product offering correct. Making sure you have the right credentials in place. Right? So focusing on building your credentials. I did not get the credentials I have today. It took me 20 years to get these. Guys, I did not start as a PhD in insurance. I was not born with a PhD. I've spent a lot of time building my credentials. It took me 20 years to build these credentials. I've been 19 years at university, right? It's taken me a long time to build these credentials. I did not get MDRT. I was not a TOT right in the day I joined this business, right? I was a college student, guys. I didn't even have a degree. Let's get that very clear. But the reason why people worked with me 20 years ago was because they trusted me. They liked my character and they liked me as a person. So they were working with me because of the emotional connect. But for me to stay relevant, that emotional connect has to also grow with ability. I have to start looking at my product offering, building my credentials, focusing on my skill sets. All those small things are what people don't focus on or they forget. And that's a problem that we have, right? Is understanding that how your clients look at you. They will look at you on 2 variables, your ability and your emotional connect. So keep this in mind.
Now let's discuss our second learning point. People still need insurance in 2021. Before we talk about how to sell insurance from home, I want you to take some time explaining the common misconception that I've been receiving. Dr. Sanjay, the demand for insurance has dropped. Just because you're staying at home, it does not mean the demand for insurance has dropped. To help you understand this better, let's revisit some of the basics. What is insurance? Insurance is a mean of protection from financial loss. You die, I pay. You fall sick, I pay. Your kids go to college, I pay. You retire, I pay. Let me ask you this question. During this period of time, does the above 4 events still occur? The answer is yes. It still happens, and that's why the demand has never fallen. The reason why some of you are probably seeing lesser demand is because your activity has fallen. This is a result of you meeting lesser people, and that's what this video is all about. Remember, insurance is a push product, not a pull product. Nobody will wake up in the morning saying, I want to buy insurance. It doesn't matter. As advisors, we need to consistently reach out to educate them about what insurance is, especially when insurance is not a common topic covered in most of our education system. Now let's move on to our last point, learning point 3, prospecting sales ideas from home. Here are some ideas on what you can do to meet more prospects. Idea number 1, a Zoom catch-up. I've been inviting my clients to do Zoom calls and phone calls to find out how they have been doing. Remember, it's not about you going on a call and seeing how you can try to sell them insurance. Rather, it is more of how you can get a chance to speak with your clients and understand if there is a need to get coverage. For example, when there is an income or a lifestyle change. Here's what I usually say to my clients. Mr. XXX, it's been some time since I heard from you. I understand you're at home like me right now. Why not let's get on a call to do some catch-up? Remember, you don't need a reason to speak to someone you care about. Idea number 2, sharing relevant financial ideas with your clients to educate them. At the end of the day, we are in a service industry. It is our role to keep our clients informed and updated about the latest financial happenings and personal financial strategies. If you have no idea what to share, spend some time reading on financial planning ebook or going through my Instagram to see if there's any interesting topic you can share. In fact, last year, some of the advisors managed to send my ebooks to their clients, and as a result, they managed to kickstart some conversation and sell more insurance. Idea number 3. Let's hear from other advisors in the family what they have been doing. I want you to spend the next few minutes learning from some of the top advisors in the Big Case Closer family. Kaka, let me ask you this question. When the pandemic happened, most of us couldn't go out and meet our clients. What is something that you worked on to improve your business?
Am I answering now?
Yeah.
Okay. okay, after the pandemic happens, right? I mean, like, it was very new to me, and obviously I was very, very scared during the first week, because, like, like in our line we have to see people every day.
Yeah.
But now it's like we totally have to stop ourselves from going out to see people. Then I also have this kind of thinking that how am I going to close cases whereby I couldn't actually see people in person.
Yeah.
Then I think I start to learn how to actually adapt myself to technology with all this Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
I think initially it's very, very tough, but then it's somehow they give me the opportunity to even be more productive.
Did your clients accept Zoom immediately?
When I actually call them, right, because somehow a lot of my clients also started doing this Zoom activity with their company.
Okay.
Yeah, even with their staff, even with their business partner. So I asked them whether or not it's comfortable for them to do Zoom with me, because I said that if let's say you're not comfortable, I don't mind even going to your house. But then my clients are scared, they say that, Kaka, insurance agent always see people.
So you're ready to take risk of going to their house?
Yes, I was thinking that it's fine, because, most of my clients have kids at home. So those people who have kids, normally they are more aware about the virus. They are more careful. So
yeah, but
for
don't
me,
you
it's
think
like
kids are easier to spread the virus? Huh?
I know, but I mean, like, I think some kind of show a sincerity to them. Like, I don't mind to go to your place, if you want to have an understanding about insurance, I can do until that kind of extent. But then they say it's okay, let's just do Zoom, because it's pretty much convenience. And one thing I like about it is that if through Zoom, right, you do not need to actually doing it during working hours. You can even doing it like after the kids all sleep. Then the parents actually have a lot of times, free times that nobody can disturb them.
True. Yeah. And they get sitting in their pajamas and they're comfortable, right?
Yeah, sometimes, they feel very comfortable. Then, okay, Kaka, let's share with me. And sometimes can go up to like 12 a.m. to even 1 a.m. in the morning. And they're totally fine about it. Then I can see that they're very, they don't get disturbed like all those like phone calls from the, works, that sort. So I feel that it's better for, like our lines, like really can get their full attentions.
Interesting. Kinson, I know that there was not a very major lockdown in Hong Kong. So what changed for you when this whole pandemic started?
I started to use telephone to sell the policies. Even I changed my target of making appointments to making how many phone calls a day.
Yeah, so how many phone calls were you making per day?
Usually I set 12 appointments a week to finish my work for my target. Okay, so I'm trying to making a reasonable call or make sense, meaningful call to replace my normal interviews.
Okay, the reason why I was asking Kinson is because a lot of us have stopped making phone calls, right? Usually our secretaries make the phone calls, they fix our appointments. So now you are making phone calls and trying to sell on the phone.
Yeah, I usually I'm making a WhatsApp to them first and send them some materials I think useful for them. And then I will ask them, can I have a quick chat with you? Someone will say that, okay, let's have a quick chat on which day, around which time. So before I go to have the phone call with them, I will send the materials related to them to see about and explain the materials that I need to explain to them. And then we're doing the interview like over the phone. Or sometimes I will ask them whether they might have a Zoom. But I found that it's easier to accept to have phone call first. And for deeper explanation, they would like to have a Zoom. And sometimes if they find that, okay, it's fine to meet, then the final we meet and settle all the documents.
Agreed. Because that's what I've also noticed, that what's happened is I usually send them some messages on WhatsApp or email, and then it continues with a phone call. And if the phone call makes more sense, it goes on to becoming a Zoom call to kind of finish the paperwork and close the case. And that's the process that I noticed is also for myself. Brilliant. Cynthia, what about you? So what changes did you see to your practice after pandemic started?
I think the first week was interesting. I took it as a break. I slept. I gave my secretary 1 week off. I let them take leave and do the good stuff. So, and also because the kids were all at home, and I have 3 kids, so we were busy trying to find computer, laptops. iPads, and took me a while because all the Apple stores were full, and then we couldn't find any laptops and iPads. Then after 1 week, I realized I was too happy being at home, and it felt
Felt good, huh?
felt a bit unreal, from a very, very busy schedule, and I was totally slacking and feeling too happy, you know what I mean? Too happy.
Yeah.
So I called up a few of my clients. I just checked with them, are you at home? How's things? How's things with the kids? Do you have a computer? Not every family is lucky enough to have enough computer or even iPad for the kids. So the sad thing was, I think some parents even had to share their work laptop with the kids, and that was some of the struggles we had in the first 1 or 2 weeks. And then after that, I realized, there wasn't a good way for me to trigger some conversation. So what I did was I created a broadcast list, and then I sent out actually whatever news I thought that day that was interesting.
So let's quickly summarize what we have learned so far. Learning point 1, being online versus selling online. Learning point 2, people still need insurance in 2021. The demand for insurance is always there. Learning point 3, prospecting sales ideas from home. Make the effort to reach out to your clients because insurance is not a pull product. Good news, Prospecting Masterclass is finally here. Now, Prospecting Masterclass is an online e-learning course. This 4-hour course specifically designed to teach you how to get multiple streams of insurance leads coming to you so you can focus 90% of your time on closing cases after cases in 2021. My name is Dr. Sanjay Tolani, and in 2019 alone, I achieved more than 100 MDRT, and many advisors have been requesting me to share with them my unique prospecting strategies. Do you know that an average advisor spends 60% of his or her time on unproductive prospecting? When I first started out as an advisor 18 years ago, I was one out of that 60%. I had no network, and I was spending all my time trying to very hard persuade my friends, my ex-classmates, my relatives, my warm leads to sell insurance. Before you know it, guess what? They started avoiding me. It is heartbreaking to see your friends and family shun you when they're expecting you to have a hidden agenda at a social gathering, isn't it? I was determined to find a way to change prospecting. At least, I don't want to be doing prospecting forever. I spent the years shadowing top advisors in our industry, trying to learn from both their mistakes and successes. That was when I realized most top advisors focus their time on closing and not prospecting. All in all, I spent 15 years jotting down all these top advisors' prospecting strategies and ended up developing my very own 5-step prospecting system, which helped me achieve my 200 MDRT in 2020. This system basically allows me to get leads automatically without me approaching at all. Imagine if you could replicate these 5-step systems into your own business. Wouldn't this change the way you're selling insurance now? This is why I've decided to organize Prospecting Masterclass to share all my prospecting strategies. I want to show you how you can potentially open up multiple streams of lead coming to you and focus 90% of your time on closing cases after cases. A quick disclaimer here, I'm not a trainer. Like you, I sell insurance, so whatever you're going to learn in this seminar might be very different from the training programs you have attended. So please look forward to it because it's new strategies and new theories you will never see in other insurance training. Here's what you will learn in the 4 hours. In the first hour, I will run you through the prospecting fundamentals. You will learn how to identify your ideal market and rank your prospects according to effectiveness. I'll share with you my 90-10 framework on prospecting so you don't waste time on unproductive prospecting. We will also run through the different types of prospects and how you can slowly transit to richer prospects. In the second hour, I will cover the concepts on multiple streams of prospects. You will learn about the top 9 prospecting strategies used by top advisors worldwide. I will show you the pros and cons of each method and how to execute them. Many advisors are only sticking to one strategy, for example, cold calling, and struggle when it becomes ineffective. I'll teach you how to avoid this scenario. I'll also show you how to create multiple touch points to value add your prospects to gain credibility and trust so you can close bigger cases over time. In the third hour, we will talk about message creation and appointment setting. You will learn how to create personalized messages that touch the hearts of your prospect based on 5 emotional states. I will show you how to position yourself so you stand out from other advisors. If we have time, we will analyze the different methods of setting up appointments, and I'll provide you scripts on how you can do it to ensure 80% success rate. In the fourth hour, we will create a prospecting system and a roadmap for 2021. I will reveal the framework and tools I use to measure the effectiveness of prospecting and how you can create an endless system of recommendations across time so you no longer have to do prospecting. This will be the most comprehensive prospecting program you will ever attend. Remember, if you don't have prospects to meet daily, it only means your prospecting strategies is wrong. Change it and you will see immediate results. It took me 18 years to develop a winning formula for prospecting, and I don't want you to go through the same hassle as I did. Let me show you how you can ride on my experience and strategy to get more prospects and improve your income in 2021. If you're a new advisor, you will learn everything you need to know about prospecting the right way. If you're an experienced advisor, I want to share with you how you can slowly transit to less prospecting and more closing. Please don't get stuck at finding people to meet. If you would like to find out more about prospecting for insurance advisors, I've put together a new home learning course, show you how to step by step get multiple streams of insurance leads coming to you so that you can focus 90% of your time on closing cases after cases. If you have time, click on the link in the description section to check it out. This is Dr. Sanjay Tolani. Together, let's make financial planning easier and happier for everyone.